It's the most motivating segment in all of sports. It's also the time where we have a segment prior to the segment called Viewer Mail. For the year 2023,
sure,
as you know.
it's not an episode?
No, this is just a segment for a segment. It's a double segment block. Before I read today's letter, we got to hit the LRM.
Letter reading music.
Oh.
You nailed it, buddy.
Wow.
Flip that backwards. Dear Wilds, love the show. Thank you. But I'm writing the bearer of bad news.
Uh-oh.
My daughter and son-in-law are bickering about the Bud List. Don says that last week's Bud List was an inspiration, and Dawn said it felt more like an indictment. Please advise sincerely, Don Sr. Well, Don Sr., this has been an issue for a while because sometimes these Bud Lists really motivate guys, and other times it goes the other way. Let's take a rehash, Brew.
Oh!
See where we're at. You remember Jalen was number 1 on the Bud List, and then he responded with a career-high 8 turnovers in Game 7. Jimmy, however, is headed to the finals, and Lamar's playing well. So 2 for 3 there.
Lamar, wait, he's getting credit for Lamar?
Absolutely.
It was OTAs.
Doesn't matter. He's going swimmingly.
He's there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just Jaylen Brown that had a rough Bud List. So
yeah, you can't blame Jaylen on me. All right?
Why?
On the Bud List. He just struggled. It happens occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Still
but
2 for 3.
This week, it is full of motivation.
Oh, good.
As we enter the NBA Finals, it's an all-finals Bud List, and it's balanced. I'm giving love to all the teams. So number 3.
All of them.
Jamal Murray. Now, yesterday, Kevin Wiles gave you major league love, Jamal. He said, why aren't we talking about Jamal Murray
Numbers are
like we're talking about Jimmy Butler? And as the perfect example of how you've been slighted and underrated throughout your career, Nick scoffed at it. Laughed him to high heaven, mocked him. All right, but Jamal, no more. If you deliver on the NBA's biggest stage, if you work the Heat like you work the Lakers, oh my God, a whole new world is going to open up to you, Jamal Murray. All-star games, maybe all NBA teams. They will have cameras following you as you walk into the arena. So step up your gear game. All right, all of this is waiting for you, Jamal, if you go out there and ball. Jamal, I believe in you. Get it done. At number 2, here's your guy, Nick. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets, Himmy Buckets, Playoff Jimmy, whatever, all those names apply. Jimmy, what a run. What a list of casualties. My good, Giannis.
Yeah.
All right. The crazies, the raucous crazies at Madison Square Garden. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jimmy, if you close the deal and take out Nikola Jokic, right now we think is the best player in the world, oh my gosh. This will be one of the most improbable and impressive NBA championships in recent memory. I said it earlier, you'll be a face of the NBA and no one will be able to tell him anything. His profile will raise, his endorsements will raise, your image will raise. Jimmy, I picked the Nuggets, but I do believe in you. Go out there and get it done. And at number 1, Nikola Jokic. We said it. You're the best player in the world. We think. All right? But there's one mountain left to climb, and that is the Heat. They don't give up. You got to play as many games as it takes. You got to go all 48 minutes with heart. You don't play 48 minutes, but you got to play with heart. These guys don't go away. I talked about Jimmy's list of casualties. This one is probably more impressive. Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Monty Williams in there too.
Yeah, Monty Williams, that's right, who's now making $13 million a year as a head coach. Congratulations to Monty. But here's what you can't do, and I think you got the right attitude. Don't take the Heat lightly. All right, they aren't as formidable, in my view, as the Lakers. They don't have as much talent as the Suns have. Don't laugh, don't chuckle, don't lose your edge when you see Kevin Love's guarding me. Cody Zeller's got his elbow in my
Zeller can play a
backside.
little
Look,
bit.
don't laugh. Just ball. And if you do that, Joker, the whole basketball world and Serbia, all of Serbia, becomes your oyster. Jokic, I believe in
Does he have to fight Novak Djokovic for that? All right, that is a great Bud list as always, Brew. I had a late switch for the Bud list. Once we saw the Celtics news and that they are running it back, at least according to Brad Stevens, they're running it back, bringing back Joe Mazzulla. He wants to keep Jaylen Brown. So I'm putting Jayson Tatum on the Bud list.
Ooh.
Because the question is a simple one for Boston. But do they need a new coach? I think so, but we'll see. Is Jaylen Brown worth the money? Probably not, but in today's NBA, if they don't pay him, somebody would pay him that. The real question for the Celtics is this, and it's one that, to his credit, Kevin Wildes has been hinting at for the better part of a year. Are you that guy, Jayson Tatum? Because you know the quickest path for the Celtics between here and a championship? Jayson Tatum being that guy. Because basketball is a very beautiful and at times complicated game. But winning a championship in the NBA is not. It's very simple. Do you have one of the 20 greatest players ever? You're going to win one. Do you not? It's going to be really hard. Just look back over the last 15 years since the last Celtics title. Who wins titles? Kobe Bryant wins title. Dirk Nowitzki wins title. Tim Duncan wins some titles. LeBron James wins titles. Steph Curry. Then Steph with Kevin Durant. Giannis. LeBron some more. Kawhi mixed in there. Can you get Jayson Tatum to that level? Can you get to where
Top 20 player?
Well,
no.
Well, then the Celtics might. I tend to agree with you, Brew. But then your other paths are the 08 Celtics, which is we don't have a top 20 all-time guy, but we have 3 top 60 all-time guys and 1 top 25. Probably can't do that in the modern NBA right now. Or the 04 Pistons path, which is just be a once every 50 years occurrence in the NBA. It's not a great path. So I don't know that he has to be necessarily, because Kawhi's not top 20 ever, but it was probably en route to it. But Jayson Tatum's got to get better. If you are going to be the best player on a champion, you can be first team All-NBA and not good enough. So if they're going to run it back and they want different results, the easiest path forward is probably Jayson Tatum, the best player on the team, get even better.
Love it.
I like that. And look, I don't think Jimmy Butler is going to win this championship. But let's say he did. He's not a top 20 player. But that is an example for Jayson to follow. Look, Jimmy has gotten steadily better.
Yeah.
Let me get steadily better. And I think he'll mature. He's, like I said earlier, 25 years old. I think he'll mature. But he can definitely keep adding to his game. Don't rest on your laurels. I like that.
I am adding DeAndre Hopkins to the list. A lot of talk about DeAndre Hopkins, and I think he's in a little bit of a conundrum. Here's the facts on the ground. We know the numbers. He's got 10 seasons, 11,000 yards. Look at that win-loss record, Brew. 72-73. Playoffs, 2-4. Now, you know I'm a quarterback wins guy, not necessarily a wide receiver wins guy, but I think he wants to win. Problem is, winning teams got to take a discount. Losing teams lose. So you really need to find a middle team there, like a winning team that has money, that needs a wide receiver, that has lost, last year was under 500. Add to that this little Easter eggs that he's been dropping on social media. And what do you know is on the screen? Well, it's the Patriots Super Bowl over the Falcons. We heard that Tom Brady's not coming back, so throw that theory of yours in the garbage. So there it is. I think all the sun and moons are aligned for DeAndre Hopkins to come to New England. So not really under duress at all. It's just a litany of facts I just laid out. That closes the segment. Coming up next.
I'll give you an A for effort.
This is sad, man.
I'll give you an A for effort, but no. They're not a winning team. You said it yourself. Why would he go to a losing team? That's what your boys are.
Real quick.
No, don't say that. I literally said this.
What?
That's not a nice thing to do.
Okay, then I won't do it. Wildes is waffle.
I did a thought exercise.
before the show.
Okay.
It was a thought
hear?
exercise.
About
That's
the
all it was.
You
It's
guys
like, you know
never
what?
let me
What would you
into
do
the-
if you had two heads? Oh, you have to pay twice for all-you-can-eat buffet? It's just a thought exercise about
the Patriots.
the
if they
Patriots
start
and
slow.
Caleb Williams. That's it.
Yeah,
that was a
that's it.
thought exercise.
Oh.
It was a thought exercise.
I like that.
That's
The
all.
thing is, your coach will never go for that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He'll never-
Well,
I know, greatest coach, but, you know,
There was another thought exercise attached to that.
Popovich.
Just moving on. Wilds is real. He's in shambles when it comes to the Patriots.
Yeah,
and he
that's-
somehow has convinced
Why
himself
should D-Hop
that
go there? Why
DeAndre
should they
Hopkins
pay him?
would fix everything. And I like DeAndre Hopkins, but
Yeah.
if you are not a DeAndre Hopkins away from contention.
No, you're not.
You're not with or
You're
without
the worst team
you know
in
what?
the AFC East.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the record?
Accept it.
What's our record?
It's gonna be bad.
First place.
It's
Coming
gonna
up
be
next.
bad.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.